Hello, welcome back to the Talk Mo About It podcast. I'm Moko.
And I'm Molo.
Molo, how was your week this week?
This week was long. I think every time we tune in, I'm going to say that the week was long because it was. But yeah, work was good. Love my coworkers so much. And some of them might be listening. So hi friends, I love you. Anyways, I don't know, we've just been dealing with a lot of like changes and stuff at work. So just trying to navigate those and all that fun stuff. I went on a date yesterday. That went well, I think.
Yeah, how was your date? Tell us about it.
I think it went really good. The only downside was, and this will be my moment of the week actually, the only downside was that as the date was like ending out, he was getting his tab closed, and they gave his card to the wrong person. Like I guess him and some other guy both had red cards. And so the guy that they gave his card to, he left and went home.
Oh my God.
And thankfully it was the bartender's like brother or something, I think is what they said. But yeah, so they called him and he was like, yeah, I'm coming. I'm like 10 minutes down the road. And then the lady came back and she was like, so he's drunk. So he says he's coming, but like you guys might want to just wait until tomorrow to get it. And I was like, I think he wants his card like tonight. And I don't blame him. I would want my card back too. You don't know what that person's gonna do. So
yeah,
the lady was like, okay, well, we'll keep trying them. So then it just turned out that some other lady that worked at the bar went and got it and brought it back.
That's crazy.
And then when he got home,
like, why would they think that was okay?
Exactly. And then the lady was like, well, there's no charge. Like, I'll pick up the tab for your drinks because this happened. We did end up charging your card for his stuff, but we went ahead and voided that out. So there's no actual charge, and I'll give you a voided receipt or whatever. So she did that. So we're thinking, okay, maybe the dude didn't try to use the card. He's only been gone, like, 10, 15 minutes. There's only two gas stations and a McDonald's on this road where the sports bar was at. So like, what all could he really do? But then when the dude that I went on a date with got home last night, he texted me and he was like, yeah, so the guy did try to use my card. But thankfully, while we were sitting there, I told him to just to lock the card so that he wouldn't have to. Mm-hmm. That way, if the guy tried to use anything, he wouldn't be able to use it. So, glad I told him to do that because he definitely tried it.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I had a hectic week too. It was very busy at work this week. I think also, like, Friday was crazy because, you know, we were one of the only places open on Friday. And so, of course, we had all these emergencies coming in. I work at an emergency vet hospital, if you didn't know. And
what? I had no idea.
For the listeners that didn't know. But, yeah, we were just super busy. But it's been okay. I'm just glad that the week is almost over. I have a few days off coming up, so yay. I'm excited to have some downtime for a little bit.
'Cause you have a wedding coming up, don't you?
Yes, my brother's getting married. I'm very excited. We love her, and a lot of prep for that. It's like almost a month away now, so it's getting down to crunch time.
Is it in May? I don't know why I was thinking it was this month.
Yes, it's in May.
Oh, okay.
It's next month.
Gotcha.
So, very exciting. It's the Saturday before Easter when we're recording this. So if you're watching this after Easter, I hope you had a good Easter, everybody. Hope the Easter Bunny came and brought you a lot of candy.
Speaking of Easter bunnies and candy, that brings me to another moment of the week. So Moko and I think it's fine if you guys know our ages. So I'm 30. How old are you, Moko?
I'm 28. I'll be 29
That's what I
this
thought.
year.
Yeah.
In a couple months, right. Actually.
So I want you listeners to know that no matter your age, it is okay to ask your parents for an Easter basket because you're still their child and they should still be getting you one.
Pause. You shouldn't have to ask. Your parents should just.
You know what? That's true.
If
you should not have to ask.
If
my
you don't
mom
have
is
kids,
listening, I shouldn't have had to ask you to get me something.
If you don't have kids, your parents should still be getting you an Easter basket. Even if you do have kids, if your kids aren't old enough to eat candy, then you should still be getting an Easter basket.
Exactly, because the disrespect that I felt when my mom told me that she was not going to get me anything at first, I was like, what do you mean? It actually doesn't matter how old I am. Like you just said, I don't have kids. I'm not married. Nobody is going to get me anything. So that's your job, mother. So I bullied her into doing it by sending her a video or two where moms were being filmed by their children saying that they're basically being threatened to get baskets for their parents.
My mom sent me one.
Yeah. So I sent her those, and then last week I wrote, well, like on Monday or Tuesday, I wrote my mom a very strongly worded text message that said that she still had to do it, and that if she did not, there would be consequences. To which case she responded to me and said to leave her alone, and that my basket was in the mail already. So I was like, cool. So my initial bullying worked. Glad to hear it.
My mom is very extra. So we get little baskets for just about every holiday. So my brother and I have never had to ask for Easter basket, even as adults. She just does it. And I'm not going to be home for Easter this year. And so she has been sending me sneak peeks of what is in my Easter basket. We made the mistake. Well, I don't know if it was a mistake. Me and my brother recently revealed to our mother that we don't ever finish the candy that she puts in our Easter. That we usually end up having to take it at work. So she said this year we were getting adult Easter baskets with like stuff for our house. Gotcha. She's still going to get us some candy, but
less candy, more adult things.
More stuff, yeah.
That's how mine used to be in college. I miss that. Now, this one, I do like, just in case my mom is listening, I do like my basket. I actually was very pleasantly surprised. It's lots of good,
it was very cute.
Yummy
she
things.
Sent us a picture.
Yes. However, I also liked what you were doing when I was in college, and you would send me like things that I needed. So just FYI, put a pin in that for next year. That would be nice. I know you're not going to do that, but it would just be nice. I'm grateful for what I have, because I know you're going to say that I'm being ungrateful. I'm not.
Yeah, my brother is moving into his own house soon.
Oh, cool.
Him and his soon-to-be wife.
Are they buying the house?
Move in after. They've bought the house. They've had it for a while.
Okay.
So in his Easter basket, Mom said he's getting a bunch of cleaning stuff. So in both of their Easter baskets. My brother's fiance also gets an Easter basket, and so does my boyfriend. Because, like I said, my mom is very extra, which is where I get it from. I'm also very extra.
Hey, I like that you and your mom are extra. I think those are lovely qualities.
She is the reason that my love language is giving gifts. Like, if you know me personally, I've probably given you a gift at some point, and you can thank my mom for that. She actually sent, she's been doing this thing recently where she's been sending me and my coworkers treats when we have to work on the weekend on DoorDash.
Oh, that's so nice.
So she sent us some smoothies today. So thanks, Mom, for that again. Shout out to my mom.
She's so sweet. We love her. Speaking of your mom, remember those, because I know you have them in your apartment, the little like picture clipboard thingies that she gave us?
Yes. I saw them in your
my
apartment.
video. Yeah. I wanted you to tell her that I put them up.
Oh, good. I didn't realize that you got them from her. I thought it was a coincidence that you had them.
Yeah, you got them for me from her. So.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, all good. But I love them.
My mom's always sending me stuff, so. Well, Morgan, do you want to introduce our topic for today?
You can correct me if I say it wrong. So today we're gonna be talking about like nostalgic TV shows, just like stuff we grew up watching, maybe stuff that nobody else remembers. It's kind of sparked based off of some of our conversations last episode, just with our Hear Me Outs. Like some of that stuff maybe we don't remember. So we thought it might be fun to explore some more of those shows.
Yeah. I know, were you growing up, were you a Disney Channel kid, a Cartoon Network kid, or a Nickelodeon kid?
I was a Cartoon Network and Disney kid. I was pretty vehemently against Nickelodeon for no actual reason.
Really?
In terms of the cartoons, I liked the real people shows on Nickelodeon, but not the cartoons. Like, I would watch SpongeBob. My parents are listening to this. Do not start. I was not obsessed with SpongeBob. I just liked my SpongeBob shirt from Universal Studios. I can't stand when they go into a tangent about that, because that's not how it was. I just liked my shirt. Anyway, for listeners, I used to have this SpongeBob shirt that my mom bought me in Universal Studios. Excuse me. And I used to wear it all the time, not because I loved SpongeBob, but because I liked the shirt, because it was from Universal Studios, and it was the only shirt that I had from that trip. So I dealt with the fact that SpongeBob's face was emblazoned on the front, and it was a bright yellow shirt. I literally wore it until it had holes in it. But that was not because I love SpongeBob. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, I would watch that. I would watch... I can't even think of any other like actual cartoons on Nickelodeon, but I just wasn't into them. So for cartoons, I watched Cartoon Network and like Boomerang and stuff like that. And then for Disney, like the human shows, some of the cartoons, stuff like that. What about you?
Yeah, I think I was also like a Disney Channel and Cartoon Network kid. I can't think of any shows from Cartoon Network that I watched other than, I think Teen Titans was on Cartoon Network, which was like my favorite show. I was obsessed with Teen Titans. Even in high school, I still love Teen Titans. I actually used to have, I think they're still they might still be at my parents' house. I had all of the seasons on DVD, every season of Teen Titans, and it came with a special extra episode on the DVD set. I was so obsessed. I actually, one year for Halloween, dressed as Raven from Teen Titans.
I did too.
Oh my God. Really?
What year
Stop
did you
copying me.
When did you do that?
I want to say I was like a freshman or a sophomore in high school.
Oh, okay. I did it as a freshman in college.
So it probably would have been like 2010, 2011.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely did it in 2013. Yeah.
In college? Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't know you that year.
Yeah, because you were still in high school.
I was. We were about to meet.
We were getting ready.
We were preparing ourselves to wreck each other's lives.
Yeah.
Morgan and I have a lot of coincidences of us being the same person, basically. We actually were just talking before we started recording about how we were talking about buying the same lipstick. So
we had discussed this like a year ago, that us and like some of our other friends were all going to buy this particular lipstick, because we all already have one of the shades, so we were like, we should finish out the set and get the other one. And I don't think anyone else has the one that I have now, so like y'all need to get on it. But it was just funny.
My son is being very needy, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Hi, Obes.
This is Obi. Do you want to say hi to the people since you... He gets in very snuggly moods sometimes, so sorry if he is obstructing your view for our video watchers. Anyway, love Teen Titans. I loved on Disney Channel Kim Possible.
Oh yeah,
that was like a real throwback. I loved Kim Possible. I had a Kim Possible lunchbox.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I not only dressed up as Kim Possible once, but twice growing up.
That's a good costume.
I did it once in elementary school and once in high school for Spirit Week. We had like a cartoon day.
Nice. I don't know why I never tried to dress up as Kim Possible. I feel like that was I think I wanted to be like Shigo at one point. I think that would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
But it never crossed my mind to dress as Kim Possible. I don't know why, because I watched that show religiously.
We should do that. That should be our Halloween costume one year.
Yeah. All right.
If we're ever together for Halloween, we should do Kim Possible and Shigo.
If we do what we want to do and go to Disney during Halloween.
Oh my God, that would be so fun.
Yes.
Oh.
That'd be a good one.
Or if we don't get to go this year, which it's looking like we probably won't this year, but one year, we're gonna go, okay?
I say, let's just go ahead and say before 2030, we're going.
Yes. If we don't get to do it this year, maybe we should do a Halloween episode for the podcast.
And do that? Yes.
And then we can dress up as Shigo and Kim Possible.
Perfect. I'll get a wig and everything.
If it comes October and you haven't seen that video, you can show us in the comments. Because we may forget.
Right. Please remind us that that's what we're supposed to do during Halloween, because we share a brain, we tend to forget things. So
we forget the same things. Yes. What other shows did you like on Disney Channel? I know you said you like the live action shows a lot.
Live action shows I liked Liz McGuire, That's So Raven. There's this one show that I feel like nobody ever remembers because it came on really early in the mornings and it used to freak me out. It's called So Weird.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, see? I figured you wouldn't have, because nobody ever does. Did Obi just run across this camera?
He keeps flicking his tail across the camera.
But anyway, yeah, so it's called So Weird. It's about this girl and her family, and it's basically like paranormal investigations, but children. And there's the one episode that I distinctly remember is about those little troll babies.
Yeah.
Like the dolls or the toys or whatever. And I think one of them like comes to life, and it's absolutely terrifying. And ever since then, I don't like those dolls. I don't like trolls. There's that ride in Disney World that they replaced with Frozen in like the Norway area. The ride was centered around trolls. I used to lose my mind on that ride because I was like, I'm gonna die.
What was it called before it was the Frozen thing? I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, we used to like that ride because it was cold, and so it was like one of the few rides in Epcot, and so we would go on it when we got hot.
But that ride used to terrify me. Listeners, I have this fun thing. I don't know what to call it. Let's just say an overactive imagination. But I don't do well on amusement park rides or any sort of ride that has a lot of ambiance around it. Like if I have to be immersed in the world of a particular topic or theme of a ride, I will get freaked out. I don't know why it happens. Even as an adult, like I can't. It's hard. It's very hard for me.
You were that kid that cried on the Haunted Mansion ride.
Oh, absolutely, and I did cry. I did cry.
It used to scare me when I was really little, but then I came to love it when I got older.
Yeah, I like it now.
Oh, this is campy.
Yeah, because I was like, this was never scary. I'm embarrassed that I cried about this because when we went to Disney in 5th grade is when I got on it for the first time. My grandma was with me and she just laughed at me the whole time.
This is slowly going to turn into an episode about Disney World, but favorite ride growing up. My favorite ride was always Splash Mountain because it was the first like real ride that I was tall enough for. And now it's rethemed to be Tiana, which some people were in their feelings about, which I don't understand.
Actually get over it.
But I'm excited to get to go back and see it.
Me too.
redone.
I feel like it's really cute. And I like that the actual ride didn't change. It's just the animatronics. And they barely even changed those.
I know. People are just crazy.
Excuse me. I keep burping today, you guys. I'm sorry.
I really liked That's So Raven as well. That was probably like the first like live action show on Disney Channel that I watched because I used to only watch the cartoons. but I really liked That's So Raven. I thought it was funny, but I was a big Hannah Montana girl.
I did like Hannah Montana. I loved all the music. There was that one game on the DisneyChannel.com website.
Oh my gosh, the game.
I was obsessed with that Hannah Montana game where you would basically like Guitar Hero. Mm-hmm. I was an expert at that game.
Yeah, I loved the the Stitch game where you
Sandwich Stacker.
The one who made sandwiches. I loved that one.
I was at work the other day and somebody asked me if I remembered the Zack and Cody game where you were having run from Mr. Mosby.
Yes.
And it was all the games like that used to stress me out. There was...
Oh yeah, I feel like that's why I don't play video games now, because I get so anxious.
Oh no, I lost the earbud.
I'm like, oh, I'm sweating. I'm so nervous.
Yeah, me playing video games is so funny. I think if there's a way for us to do it, I think that'd be a funny episode of us just streaming.
Oh my god, I'll be screaming the whole time.
Y'all would not be able to hear anything but us just yelling.
In college, my boyfriend at the time would play Minecraft with his friends all the time, and so I tried playing with them one time, and I basically just stayed around the little house and pet the chickens and stuff. And then they wanted to go fight the Ender Dragon, and I just ran around the whole time and didn't do anything.
Yep.
And then when stuff would come to attack me, I was screaming. I was getting attacked by a zombie one time, and I was so terrified. I didn't know what to do. Did you know, my boyfriend didn't know that Minecraft had a story mode?
Really?
Yeah, we were talking about the Minecraft movie, and we were talking about some of the references that they make in the Minecraft movie, and he was like, what references could they make? It's just building blocks. And I was like, no, there's a whole story to it. You have to fight this dragon, and there's all this lore. And he was like, I had no idea. Apparently he's never played Minecraft, which is crazy to me.
Well, a lot of people haven't played it. Minecraft became popular when we were in high school, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because I had an Android tablet at that time, and I used to play it on there in the free world mode, because story mode just felt too much, and I really just wanted to run around and build stuff. So
yeah,
that's the only way.
The only games I ever really played were in college. I got Steam, and I played this video game. Oh, what was it called? It was about it was by the people who made the Michonne game, the Walking Dead games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was about the big bad wolf.
A Wolf Among Us? I was just thinking
yes,
about that game
A Wolf
the other
Among
day.
Us.
We both played that in college.
Yeah, I played that, and I played Goat Simulator. Just because it would make me laugh. But the Wolf Among Us was less stressful for me because it was just point and click. You weren't really trying to run from anything. It was more of a story game.
Yeah. And that one had a fun story with it. I liked that game a lot.
Yeah, that was really cool. Really cool.
There's this. Okay, did you ever watch Toon Disney or Disney XD after they rebranded?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's this. I think it's Disney. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but the show was called Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Oh my goodness. The theme song is playing in my head, and it's been doing that for the past 15 minutes, honestly, since we started this episode.
I don't know if it was Disney or what, but yes, I know I've heard of the show before. I've never watched it.
What about, okay, some of the stuff came up at work actually this week, because I think this was somebody's check-in question. It wasn't something that I asked, but somebody else used it for what they were doing. But Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon. There's no contest.
Hands down. But did you ever watch Digimon?
Yeah. My brother watched it. Mm-hmm. I wasn't really into it, but it just I don't know. It looked like it was trying really hard to be Pokemon.
It was pretty different though. Like in a weird way, it was different.
Yeah, it looked like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh had a baby.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And what I told somebody at work this week was that, like, was it? I don't know. I've talked about a lot of things this week, so it's all like mushed up in my head. But I remember telling somebody this week that I liked Digimon after a season or two. I was like, because I don't even remember how many seasons there are. But I was like, it's just too much. Like, you let us get used to these characters, and now you get rid of them, but you keep 2 of them so that we still have somebody familiar. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Tried to do that stuff too. Now, I liked the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows a lot. I followed that pretty well.
I think my brother liked Yu-Gi-Oh! I would watch it like if he was watching it, but I never really followed it myself. What is your favorite Pokemon?
What generation? But like, don't go over Gen 5 because I don't know those.
I know. I don't know a lot of the newer ones. Any generation.
Cyndaquil is going to be my all-time fave. I love that little chinchilla. I can't, porcupine, all the little words that describe small, like, little animals like that. I love him. He's so cute. I love his whole evolution because I like fire types. I always start with a fire type from playing Pokemon.
Really? I always started with the water type.
I would have like 2 save files. So my first one would be fire, and then after I got like halfway through the game and got bored, I would start over with water. Never pick grass. Lame.
Yeah, I never picked grass. All the grass ones were so weak. In comparison, I feel like.
It made the game harder, and I didn't feel like doing that.
My favorite, I'm kind of basic. My favorite was Squirtle.
That is kind of basic, but Squirtle is great. We
love
love him.
His name is just perfect. He's a squirrel turtle.
Exactly.
Like,
who squirts water.
Exactly. But when I was playing, I think it's 2nd gen, I would pick Torchic.
I think that's 3rd.
Is it 3rd?
I think that's 3rd.
I can't remember. Yeah, you're right. It's the 3rd. I would pick Torchic. That was the only one I would pick the fire type. All the other generations I would pick.
Cute.
I know he was my favorite because I think I like Blaziken.
Yeah,
and that's why. So, but that was the only games where I wouldn't pick the water starter.
Got you. What favorite legendary Pokemon?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably. That's hard. Probably, I guess he's a legendary. Probably Entei because of the movie.
That's a good movie.
I loved that movie.
I watched that movie last year because I had somebody I was working with. They loved it, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch it. And then when I came, it was like during spring break or something because I used to work at a school. So when I came back, they were like, "Did you watch the movie?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I did." And it was just as good as I remembered.
No, me and my friends in middle school were obsessed with Pokemon. And so we would watch all the movies when we got together. We collected the cards. I even had a gold-plated Poliwhirl card.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, and then I sold all my Pokemon cards on eBay, like in high school. And I'm so upset because they're so big now. And I was like, if I had just held on to them a little longer, I could have made so much money.
I know somebody whose current Pokemon, like the net worth of their current card collection is like $11,000 or more dollars. It might even be more, and I just can't read.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like punching myself in the face every time I see one of those card opening videos. I'm like, oh, I could have made so much money.
What a shame. My favorite legendary Pokemon, I love Articuno, but also love Lugia, because why not?
Also love Lugia.
I cried watching
I liked
that
the movie. Yeah, I liked the movie that had Latios and Latias in it.
Yes, that one's good.
I liked that one, and all the birds. I like the bird ones.
Mm-hmm. And then
Zapdos, Articuno, and the other one.
Moltres? Something like
yes,
that?
that's it. Yep.
Now I'm gonna watch that movie after we get done. I love that one.
Oh yeah. Did you see that Ash finally turned 11?
Yep. I feel like we've talked about
yeah, but he's finally 11. He's
Listeners,
no longer
count how many
10-year-old.
episodes we've talked about Pokemon so far.
3.
Put it in the comments.
All 3. We love Pokemon. But yeah, I was a Pokemon girl. It's not a Digimon girl.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What was another show I was going to ask you about? What about Proud Family? I love the Proud Family.
Oh yeah, have you seen the clips from the remake? It looks interesting.
It's good, actually. I watched it when it
The
came
plot
out.
looks good. The art style, I think.
I don't like the new art style. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. It's too clean.
Yeah.
It's too clean.
I missed the old one. I watched it when we went to New York, actually. That's why I was watching on my phone. While we were on the plane.
Dang, it came out that long ago.
Yeah. So I was like, I was on a
Crazy.
plane and I don't fly very often. So where was I going? But that's where I was going.
To New York. Oh, I miss New York. Let's go again.
Okay. Want to go tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Listeners, we're
always
to New York.
making plans for tomorrow, and they never happen.
Well, it's the thought that counts. We're going to go eventually.
Yeah, I want to go back to the Color Factory.
Ugh, yes. Where's the other
It was
one?
so fun.
There's one in Chicago, isn't there? Or is that the ice cream museum?
No, I think there's one in Chicago.
Okay.
And then there's one in San Antonio?
Somewhere in
Texas because one of our friends didn't want to go
Oh, yeah.
to that one.
It's like silly. Okay.
Because she's a hater.
She hates Texas. Sorry, anybody who ever listens from Texas. She is a Texas hater.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, our Texan friends.
We're not Texas haters, but she is.
No.
I hate Texas heat. I prefer the humidity of the rest of the South to Texas heat.
I would not want to live in Texas, but I would go visit Texas.
Yeah. I have a lot of family
sorry
there.
to Texas. Speaking of SpongeBob and Texas, Sandy Cheeks would be upset that we were talking about Texas.
Are people from Texas? People from Texas are done?
I love that episode where they just talk shit about Texas.
That's a good episode. Okay, we talked a lot about Disney shows. Let's talk about Cartoon Network shows.
Cartoon Network. This was like a later in life thing of mine. Oh, I forgot. Could not think of what I wanted to say. A show that I liked later in life from Cartoon Network, but Steven Universe.
You loved Steven Universe.
I love Steven Universe. It's so good. Morgan, have you watched it any?
I have.
I talk to you about it all the time, but
Yes, I have watched some of it. I have not avidly watched it, but I have seen episodes. I've seen clips. I get the general gist of the show. So
yeah, it gets really good towards the end. When you start getting more of the lore, it gets really good. At first, it's just a feel good show, and it's just cute. But then the further along you get in it, you're like, oh, this is actually really interesting. So that's why I like it.
Nice. Speaking of Cartoon Network shows, okay, do you remember Total Drama Island?
Yes.
Do you remember Total Drama Island when it started, though? Because there's a whole bunch of other iterations of it, and I feel like they've created their own Mandela effect, because I can't remember what it originally was, and it's making me mad.
I remember me and my brother were obsessed with Total Drama Island. We would tune in every week it was Survivor. That was our Survivor. It was so good. And yes, they have so many spin-offs now, but the OG season was the best.
Because I remember when I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch it, I was like, this isn't the show I thought I was watching. Like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
The further they kept taking it, it was just like, this is not it. Like, you should have just, they jumped the shark too many times. Like, you should have just left it as it was. Because I feel like they ruined it. But yeah, I loved that show. It was so good.
I just remembered another show from, I think it was Cartoon Network. It's called Camp Lazlo.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
I don't remember anything about it other than there was like animals at camp, and then there was a human.
Yeah, Laszlo was a monkey or something.
Yeah, or maybe they were all animals. Because there was another show where there was a human that was at like animal school or something.
My gym partner's a monkey.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if that was Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon.
Who knows? I don't remember either. Everything's blending together.
I know. I was just about to ask did you ever watch Chalk Zone?
Yeah, I loved Chalk Zone. That was the best.
I think that was a Nickelodeon show. It was really good.
That was the lore with Chalk Zone. That was a good show. They did their big one with that.
Yeah, that one was really cool. It was like a cool premise. Like very different. I feel like a lot of the shows now are like so similar.
Yeah,
and the shows we had growing up were like very interesting premises.
Right. Now we'll say
kids shows at least.
Right. So I love Chalk Zone. If we're transitioning to Nickelodeon while I'm thinking about it, Chalk Zone, Jimmy Neutron, and Fairly Odd Parents. I was.
Oh my god.
The Jimmy Neutron, the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And the Jimmy Neutron movie. I remember watching the Jimmy Neutron movie when I had a TV in my bedroom when I was little, on my little pink Hello Kitty TV.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. We were not really allowed to have TVs in our rooms growing up. I had one for like a little bit, and then my parents took it away because my mom didn't want us hanging out in our rooms all the time. So, but yeah, I specifically remember watching that movie in my room on my little TV.
I think I always had a TV in my room, but first 9 years of my life I was an only child, so that I needed ways to entertain myself / not bother my parents, I guess.
I was gonna say, we had a conversation a few weeks ago, my family and I, about, I saw a TikTok where a girl was talking about, are you hang out in the living room family or a hang out in your individual rooms family? And we are very much a hang out in the living room family.
Got you.
And my mom was telling us, she was like, that's because we never let y'all have TVs in your room. And she's like, and that's why we did it, because we didn't want y'all holed up in your rooms all day.
We were kind of both, because the way my parents' work schedules worked growing up, like they weren't both home at the same time until like maybe later on. So on the weekends we would all be in the living room, unless they were watching something that maybe like I shouldn't be watching. Then I would be like in my room or I'd be outside or something like that. But we still spent like a good bit of time together. We were either, if we weren't being like a living room family, I think we were the type of family to like be alone but in the same room. Like I could go and be like reading a book in the living room while my parents are doing something in the kitchen, while like somebody else is reading a book, like those kind of things.
Yeah, we always watched TV together, and so I always just watched what my parents were watching, unless it was like the weekend or something.
Yeah, that's how I got into Law and Order, was because of watching TV with my parents.
Yeah.
Probably started watching at a too young of an age, but hey.
I liked Law and Order, and my mom didn't. Like she's like, I don't know how you can watch that stuff, and now she likes all the true crime stuff. So, which I do too, still.
Yeah.
Back on the topic of Nickelodeon, we cannot talk about Nickelodeon without talking about the best Nickelodeon series of all time, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, it was like, where are we going with this? That was genuine. I did not know what we were talking about.
No, genuinely, one of the best cartoon series of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
It's
like,
so good.
Nickelodeon or not.
They killed it with that show. It is amazing.
Yes. And they talked about tough topics, and it was
Mm-hmm.
super deep,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed healthy and toxic dynamics, and like really taught me personally like how to cultivate healthy relationships. Like it was just all around a wonderful show,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't afraid to go there and get dark, but it was still lighthearted.
Because like people had like true redemption arcs and like forgiveness and what like how heartbreaking looks so different. It's not always like romantic, or it's not always people are having to leave you because they don't like you anymore. It's like I got other things to focus on, or like I need to sacrifice myself for my people. Moon Princess, still mad at her, but like,
oh my gosh,
we get it, I guess.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. Dang, that actually is rough. Poor Sokka.
Oh my god, poor man couldn't keep a girlfriend.
Nope. But yeah, then Legend of Korra just wasn't. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
It didn't hit the same.
Yeah, it wasn't the original show.
Did you see they're coming out with another iteration?
Mm-hmm. I did hear about that.
I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah, me too.
It also, I feel like, has sparked up a lot of people's Korra hate. And I just want to come on the record and say that I am not a Korra hater. I am a Korra defender till I die because she did what she had to do. And, you know, it will be okay. And sorry if I keep holding weird stuff. I have to have something in my hand.
I have picked up so many random things. I had the sticker in my hand earlier, my AirPod case. Now my hair is in my hand.
I fully believe the theory that the Avatar cycle was always meant to end with Korra, because when Aang goes to that temple and there's all the statues of all the avatars before him, there's only one space after him. At the very end, there's only one space. So it was her destiny for the Avatar cycle to end with her, and she should not get hate for that. Period.
I am a Korra. I live on the island neutrality when it comes to Korra, because I don't like her.
You're Switzerland.
Right, I'm Switzerland. I don't like her, but I don't hate her. I disagree with a lot of her choices and her attitude most of the time. But
yes.
like she wasn't a likable character to me.
No, I don't think I liked her, but I will defend what she chose to do to do what she thought was best for the world. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't always agree with what she did in her personal life or the way she went about things, but I think the end result was what needed to happen for everything, for balance to remain in the world. Yeah,
I feel like, as I will admit that I've only watched Legend of Korra once all the way through.
Yeah,
I think I might have actually skipped around because I was getting bored because I didn't like her. So I was like, I don't want to see her continuously make dumb decisions every episode. So we're gonna skip to like the last season or whatever. But I do feel like there were better ways for her to handle things. I think that's life though. Like there's always gonna be another better way to handle something. So yeah, I can agree with you on that. The juxtaposition, you can tell me if I'm using that term wrong, but between her and Aang is just like, Aang was so likable, and then to have her, it's like, you suck.
Yeah, I feel like Aang took the role of Avatar a lot more seriously than Korra did, like from the jump. Like at first he was a silly goofy kid, but once he realized like things needed to be serious, he took it seriously. Whereas Korra, it took her a long time to really mature into the role of the Avatar,
which is wild too, right? Because
she's older than him,
right? She's older, and she She didn't run away. She grew up knowing, and like nothing got interrupted. Like she was always the Avatar, and that was a known
But I
thing.
feel like that was kind of her downfall, because she grew up like feeling like she was very special, and everyone around her telling her she was special. And like, yes, Aang was special, but he was also ostracized for it.
Yeah.
In a way. And I feel like you are able to recognize the gravity of the role when you don't have a million people around you telling you how wonderful you are all the time, and like telling you, like directly comparing you to the Avatar before you.
Right. And it's sad,
like constantly telling you how the Avatar before you did things.
Yeah. And it's sad too that Aang had to, kind of like you were saying, like he didn't have the luxury of having everybody around him being like, hey, they're Avatar, that's super great. Not too long after he found out he was the Avatar, everybody he ever knew and loved was killed. So, and then he ran away while the siege on their temple was happening. So it's like he didn't have a choice but to come to terms with it. Like he could have run off again, but it's like he saw what happened the first time. So it's like, I can't. That's just a hard choice to make, and for him to be just a baby doing that, like that's big.
I feel like he really quickly at a young age had to realize the consequences of his actions, and that's what made him a great Avatar.
And I feel like it took most seasons for Korra to realize, hey, I actually like can't just keep making dumbass decisions.
Yeah, true. I feel like we've gone on enough about Avatar.
It's a good show.
Let's talk about another show that you and I can rant about, because we have talked about this before. Zoe 101.
First of all, Jamelyn Spears.
I'm still
mad at you. I'm
still upset.
You do not understand what that show meant to me, and for you to leave and do that. I get it. You had to have your baby, and I hate that the circumstances that led to you having a baby are the way that they are. Like, I hate that all those things happened to you and Brittany. However, you let an entire generation of people down, and I just don't think we can ever forgive you for that.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Very.
Like,
as a fellow Southern
girl,
girl,
I'm
very
angry.
Do this to us?
Yes.
We were literally all rooting for you, Jamie.
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
We wanted you and Chase to be together. We needed all of those things to happen. And
then they tried to do the remake, and I never even watched it because
I'm still mad.
It looks so bad.
That too. But it pissed me off. So I was like, I'm not about to watch this.
Yeah. And then after watching the Quiet on the Set documentary, I can't ethically watch anything involving that man anymore.
Yeah, nothing. He really
upsetting.
Ruined a lot.
Yeah,
and
he
should
ruined
not
a lot
be
of
allowed
memories
to still
for
work
us.
on anything. That is a disgusting man. His name isn't even going to be said.
No,
neither one of their names are going to be said. Disgusting human beings is what they are.
We don't need to give him any more attention than he deserves. But it kind of put a sour taste in my mouth about a lot of things. Looking back, you can like see some of the gross stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like Nickelodeon was known for being like this crazy, zany, like weird-ish kind of like Cartoon Network had like its weird moments, but like it's cartoons. It's supposed to be that way. But Nickelodeon was the more like edgier channel, less clean cut, and so it just looking back on that and seeing how far they pushed that edginess while we were sitting there watching and not realizing what we were consuming, like that's not right. And I just hate that's how that went down.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross to think about what he was gaining from that. Like, disgusting. But we won't dwell on it any longer.
On a lighter note, I loved watching the Kids' Choice Awards every year. I was like, an award show for children? This is my Oscars. Yes. I love it.
When they slimed people.
I wanted to be slimed so
I'll never forget when they slimed Katy Perry in the face so hard.
That was so That I was like, oh, that probably hurt.
I was like, oh my. I bet that was in her nose. I bet she's still blowing out green slime from her nose.
Every time she it probably came out when she went to space recently.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about that. It just irritates me.
11 minutes. All that for 11 minutes in the atmosphere.
She's like, tell me you're out of touch without telling me. But also, like, the fact that nobody is talking about the actual astronaut that was on the craft with them.
I figured there had to be. They couldn't just send them up there by themselves.
She was the only one who was qualified to be there. The rest of them, I just can't with people making fun of the clips of her being like with the flowers.
She was probably high.
Probably.
And that would probably be the only way I'd be able to go to space, because I am terrified of space.
Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, it was definitely not the girly pop Barbie movie moment they thought it was going to be.
No, it was weird, and then Gail looked like she was upset to be there. Like she made a mistake. Like when she rang the bell,
she did not want to go. She looked like she did not want to be there.
Again? I should have listened to Oprah. She told me, girl, why are you doing this?
She said, I'm firing my agent tomorrow.
Yep. The things I do for money. Ugh, I ain't never signed up for this ever again. Then I admittedly don't know who the other women were.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Sorry to those women.
I love Keke Palmer.
She's my favorite.
I'm so sorry to this man.
Also, shout out to Keke Palmer for being a multi-network queen.
Yeah, we love Keke Palmer.
Jump In.
Love her.
Classic.
Oh, I forgot about Jump In. Wow. Those decoms.
To the rhythm and then to the music.
To the music.
Great song.
What was your favorite decom?
Oh, that's a good question. I might use that this upcoming.
If you don't know what a decom is, it's a
You're
Disney Channel
too young to
movie.
listen to this podcast.
Yeah, just click off now.
There's so many. Can I just list them? The ones that I really like?
Yeah.
Okay. 13th Year.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wanted to be a mermaid, and I was ready. I was like, when I turn 13, I'm getting fins. It's happening. Fins, scales, gills. Let's get it.
I am ready to become a mermaid.
I also liked. Most people don't like this one because it was kind of boring, but I liked it. A Ring of Endless Light.
I don't know that one.
It's about Misha Barton and a dolphin.
Okay.
Yeah.
A dolphin.
That's all I can remember is that Misha Barton is in. I'm pretty sure if that's not Misha Barton, then there's an actress that looks like her that I've always just thought they're the same person. So we can look up the stats on that later. Anyway, that one is not on my top list. It's just one that I liked. Cheetah Girls 1 and 2, because the third movie doesn't exist.
No.
High School Musical, but in this order, because nobody ever agrees with me. If you disagree, because I know you're going to, then it is what it is. The High School Musical movies ranked in order. The correct order is 3. I can't count. 3, 1, 2. I do not care what anybody says. That is the correct ranking. The second movie is not what y'all think it is. It's not. And it never was.
You know, we'll just agree to disagree. I don't want to fight today.
Tell me your rankings.
2, 1, 3.
The third movie is the best one. I don't know what's wrong with you or anyone else who thinks that. The 2 and why do you even like the second movie?
Just the drama was so good.
See, I didn't care for the drama. I thought that was stupid. Like we could have done something else. I liked in the third movie that the drama we hadn't moved on from it, but like it was different and it just was a better time. It was a better time. Plus it's High School Musical. It was summer. It's not High School Musical. It's summer.
I saw somebody talking about High School Musical recently, and they were like, we never really, or they were like, I cannot see a world where the songs that Troy and Gabriella are singing are in the same musical as Bop to the Top. Because allegedly, all of these songs that they were singing were from the musical.
Mm-hmm.
And that also means that there's a universe where Troy and Gabriella had to perform Bop to the Top because they were the leads in the musical.
I guess we'll never know what the spring musicale was.
Nope.
I would love for...
Or why they were in the tree.
Yeah.
Unpopular
what were they
opinion.
doing in the tree?
I don't know. Unpopular but correct opinion. Sharpay was justified.
Sharpay was right the entire time, because who is Gabriella?
Yes.
Sharpay has been there the entire time, holding down every single role she ever did.
Sharpay and Ryan were doing the work, putting in the work. And if nobody came to my school and stole my lead in the musical with the boy on the basketball team who didn't even sing his own songs, they had somebody else sing them, I would be mad.
Right. Now,
I would be
was
mad.
Sharpay wrong for trying to sabotage them? Yes. But were her feelings justified? Absolutely.
You know, the ends justify the means.
True. And then I'm trying to think of what she did in the second movie. No, just in general, she's right.
She was trying to be a homewrecker in the second movie.
She was trying to be a homewrecker.
I cannot defend her in the second movie.
But in the third one, she was just being herself, just like she was in the first one. So I just feel like she wasn't ever that bad. And I'll leave it at that.
And you know what? Why did Ryan and Chad switch clothes after that baseball scene?
Apparently, rumor has it that they were, well, at least Ryan was supposed to be gay. Did we all know that? Obviously. But
the closet is made of glass.
Exactly. I don't understand why Disney in 2004 was like, oh no, we can't have a gay character on children's television. We knew he was gay the entire time. Y'all could have just said it and we would have like, yeah. Like, that's what we talked about at school.
That man is gay.
Right. Let him be himself.
So why did him and Chad switch clothes? We'll never know. We don't need to know.
To show that their worlds were integrated now and they understood each other.
Black and white.
Well. If you listen to the podcast, you missed something real funny.
Yep. That means you just need to check out our YouTube channel. Shout out to YouTube.
But except for last week, because there's not a video, but like, hey. Or not
Look,
last
I wasn't
week,
going to mention it. I wasn't going to mention it. But
well, it's out there now. So, Morgan.
We are once again coming to tell you that we had technical difficulties.
Yeah. I made a lot of mistakes last episode that I'm hoping are
but it's okay.
Corrected this time.
We are not upset. It happens. I am upset, however, at you, and I'm going to call you out on the podcast, that you keep letting our TikTok streak end.
I knew you were eventually going to say something.
I'm upset.
See,
our streak was, how long was it before? Like 37 days.
Yeah,
and Morgan let it end, and we have not had a very long streak since. It's not been longer than 7 days since.
Because I get confused. Because I'll be like, okay, I already sent one today. And then, because usually I will have. And then, but it's like the day starts over at a time I'm not recognizing as if the day starts over any other time than midnight. But stop it.
All I'm hearing are excuses.
I just get confused. And every time it happens, I'm like, how? Didn't I send a message today? I don't get it.
I will literally text her and be like, "Ho, don't let our streak end," and she does anyway.
Well, that's because sometimes when you text me, I don't see that until the streak has already ended.
That's because I'm up later than you are.
Exactly. I go to sleep at a crisp
9 times
10:30.
out of 10. Morgan is a grandma, and I am a night owl.
I'm just a baby. What can I tell you? I've been a grandma for a long time. A baby. Even when we were in college, when we would stay up
Morgan
later.
Morgan was always the first one to sleep.
I can't help it.
I love being
the first.
Gal.
I just be sleepy all the time.
Meanwhile, I stay up late and then take naps during the day.
See, I can't. A nap for me is like mini sleep. Like I can't take a nap for shorter than 2 hours. And even when it scares me now, because even when I set an alarm to wake up at a certain time, I don't wake up. And I wake up 5 hours later, and I'm like, when did the alarm go off? And it probably did. In my sleep, I was like, no.
I'm really bad about hitting snooze on alarms. Or turning the alarm off and then going back to sleep anyway.
Yeah.
That's why in the morning, I have to have like 5 alarms. So...
we've been talking about shows. There was a show I was going to ask you about. What network was it on? Did you watch Adventure Time?
No, I didn't really understand what was going on.
Nothing.
In Adventure Time.
I watched the first season of Adventure Time I was with it weekly, the first season that it came out. Because that was when I was in 9th grade, I believe. But outside of that, then I kind of just fell off because I tend to not stick with things for very long. Stuff like that, at least. Unless it's stuff that I'm like really, really into. So, let's see. Like This Is Us. And that's not a childhood show, but it is a show that I watched weekly, religiously, was keeping up with it up until it ended, and I cried eyes out.
What are you doing?
I was watching.
She was like back here chasing her tail. Anyway. Yeah, I have a hard time keeping up with shows that are weekly. But one show that I will keep up with is The Last of Us. My boyfriend and I have been watching it.
Was talking about that
we
with
watched
somebody this morning.
We watched last season religiously. We would watch it every night that it came out. And season 2 just started, which I'm really excited because I know what happens and he doesn't.
Ooh,
so
because he didn't play the game.
I think he played the first game through, but he hasn't played the second one. And I don't play video games, but I like to watch other people play video games on YouTube.
Same person.
So I watched Julian Solomita play both parts, which he is so funny. And I watched the playthrough of the second one before the first season came out, so I knew what was going to happen the whole time, and it just made it that much more upsetting. If you know what happens, then you know what I'm talking about.
Anything involving zombies freaks me out, so I didn't make it past the first episode of The Last of Us show.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so good.
It creeps me out so bad. And the clickers are scary. I don't like those things.
My boyfriend likes to make the clicker noise all the time, and it pisses me off to no end. Because I hate it. I get so overstimulated with like noises and stuff. And when he does it, a visceral reaction inside of me occurs. The same when he likes to do his RFK impression.
I have a coworker now.
I cannot watch videos of that man because his voice bothers me so much.
I think it
makes me angry.
It scared me the first time I heard it because I was like, is he just sick? Like, why does he sound like that? And then I watched another video like a couple weeks later, and I was like, oh, that's just his voice. Why do people want him to run anything? We can barely understand what he's saying, which is rude. So for other people, you probably do know what you're talking about, but he doesn't. So
yeah. Let's not get into the politics because I'm just gonna get upset.
Me too.
But yeah, just politics aside, his voice bothers the hell out of me.
It's just like, can we get that fixed?
It's just so hard to listen to.
Like, is that
I don't think he can.
not fixable? He should have somebody else speak for him.
Somebody told me the reason that his voice is like that, but I can't remember what it is. Some disease.
Who knows? The ice just shifted in my cup, and that was very loud for
what?
no reason.
What is your beveragino of the episode, Morgan?
It is a McDonald's Sprite.
Oh.
This is not sponsored by McDonald's.
That static electricity Sprite.
The best Sprite there is in all of the land.
I am drinking a 0 sugar Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
I have heard really good things about that. My coworkers have been drinking it. My fridge is full of regular Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar right now.
See, I am not a pepper. I'm not a Dr. Pepper girly. I think it's too sweet.
Because you're a traitor and you drink the nastiest drink of all, which is Coca-Cola. I don't like Coca-Cola, listeners. It's gross. Makes your teeth feel gritty and you can clean with it. Why would you want to drink something you can clean with?
You know what? You can clean them with lemons too, but people still drink lemonade. So
that's different because it has other things in it. You can't clean with a
so
lemon
does
as
Coca-
is.
You could. But you could probably clean with Dr. Pepper too.
No, because it would be sticky. Coca's just gross and bad for you.
Anyway, I'm a Coke Zero girly. But Dr. Pepper is just a little too sweet for me, but I like the blackberry flavor in this. I bought a 12-pack because I couldn't find the bottle to just try it the one time, so I bought a 12-pack.
I think the cans of Dr. Pepper taste, I don't know, I think it depends, but I feel like the cans of Dr. Pepper taste better than the bottles. So if you get a bottle of any soda, it tastes better in a glass.
I think canned any soda tastes better.
The glass sodas taste the best.
Except for a McDonald's Coke. A McDonald's Coke tastes the best. I can't tell you why.
They do something extra.
Or Sonic. Any drink from Sonic is good. Yeah. I think it's the ice because there's so much ice in it. I
get light ice at Sonic because I want as much drink as possible. Sometimes there's just too much ice. I'm like, I drank this in 3 sips.
Give me a Route 44.
A route?
A Route 44.
A route?
Anyway, a Route 44. A Route 44.
I don't even know which one we're supposed to technically say. I've always said route, so.
I don't think it matters.
En route 66.
I get a Route 44 and a chili cheese tot.
Chili.
Love chili.
I don't hate chili. Anything. I'm just not a fan of chili cheese, I don't think. Stuff like that makes me...
You don't like beans.
That's what it is. But I'll eat chili, even if it has beans in it. I just don't want a lot.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. I want a ton of beans in my chili.
And I just meant I don't want a lot of chili, period.
But if it's chili that's on something, I don't want any beans.
That makes sense. I don't know. Chili without beans and with beans looks like dog food. And I have
it does. It does.
Things with I have problems with how things look and smell. Because some foods look nasty, like Salisbury steak looks kind of weird sometimes, depending on what the gravy looks like, or grits don't look all that appetizing to everybody, but I'll still eat them. But other foods that look gross, and smell gross, like tuna salad, chicken salad, potato salad.
All of my favorite foods.
Pasta salad. I don't like any of those.
You just don't like good food.
I like plenty of good food. Why do I want to eat cold?
You don't like baby shower food.
No.
White people baby shower food.
Like white people baby shower food. I love black people baby shower food.
I want to go to a black people baby shower.
Okay, well.
Will you take me to one?
Sure, when I have a child.
Okay, bet.
I don't know anyone black that's having a baby. Well, I lied. I have a cousin who's about to have a baby shower, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that. I gotta see when it is actually, so I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not gonna go. I don't even know where it is, but it's in Houston. So if you want to take a trip to Houston with me, you could enjoy it. Those cousins can cook really well, so there would be good food at that one.
I want to go to Black People Thanksgiving.
Okay.
See,
come on down.
So, but I don't know how different Black People Thanksgiving will be from my Thanksgiving, at least, because my family is redneck, and rednecks can cook.
Yeah. What name your a staple dish? Don't eat. for Thanksgiving?
my nanny's chicken and dumplings.
We do not eat that for Thanksgiving, at least not in my family, but I love chicken and dumplings. We eat that.
We have chicken and dumplings every holiday.
We have dressing, like turkey dressing.
I found out this year, we found out that my nanny does not homemade her dumplings. They are frozen.
No.
And my dad was shook. He thought she homemade them this whole time.
No. I love chicken.
Nanny, I'm sorry, I'm spilling your secrets, but
I'm gonna have to go.
my mom specifically loves my nanny's chicken and dumplings. She always gives my mom extra.
Nice.
After the holiday, we all take it to go plate home.
Nice.
After every holiday.
My great aunt who passed away, my aunt Catherine, she made the best. I've talked about this turkey dressing so many times, but it was literally the best turkey dressing on planet Earth, and I'm so upset that we did not write down the recipe to that before she passed, because
that sucks.
We had a whole plan to, and I won't get too much into this because I'll get sad. But we had a whole plan before she passed away because she had cancer. So we had a whole plan, me and my little sister, before she passed away, to make the dressing. We talked to her about it, and she declined a lot faster than we thought she was going to, because 2023 would have been the year that we asked her to make it together for Thanksgiving, but then she passed away before that.
No.
It was so
sorry.
bad. It's okay.
That's sad.
Yeah.
My nanny, I really only like my nanny's dressing too. Did she do a cornbread dressing?
Yeah. And then the pieces.
That's the best. I don't like with bread.
Yeah, I don't even think I've had it like that. It's always cornbread.
I don't like. I think that's technically stuffing.
And I
don't like stuffing. Yeah, I like dressing. Anyway, we've derailed to talking about food now, and now I'm getting hungry.
I'm gonna get pizza after this, even though I just ate an hour ago.
Now I want Sonic really bad.
There's so many food options. Are there any other shows that you wanted to chat about?
I don't think I had any more in mind, so I think we should, since we've derailed the conversation, we should end things there. You've already mentioned your moment of the week.
Yeah, what's this?
I don't really have one other than one of my patients tried to end my life yesterday.
I only have one, but I almost died, so.
Yeah, not really, but she wanted to. I can't reveal the patient's name, but
just use your cat's
Chihuahua.
names.
She was a little Chihuahua, and she was 4 pounds, and she wanted to murder me. And that's my moment of the week, was that one dog that wanted to kill me yesterday.
You were almost the victim of, you were the victim of attempted murder. That's a pretty big moment.
Yeah, and it really was not that serious. She did not need to do all that.
What were y'all doing to her?
She needed vaccines.
That's it.
And she had something going on with her skin.
Oh.
And that's all I can really tell you without
getting
away too into it. But
yeah, we love him.
Yeah, but yeah, it was really not that serious. She was doing way too much for what we needed to do.
Bad gal.
Bad girl, yes. But anyway, thank you for joining us and listening to us yap for the last hour.
Yeah.
I'm about to go get some dinner.
I'm about to order
starving
pizza
now.
And then pick it up. And then tomorrow's Easter, so I need to wash my hair and prepare for the day that's about to be, because it's going to be long, as it is every year.
Yes. We hope everybody had a happy Easter.
Yes.
And yeah, we will see y'all next time.
Yeah, follow us on TikTok and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And how do we subscribe on Spotify? I don't really use it.
You can follow us on Spotify.
Okay.
I don't think we have subscription capabilities yet, but
Okay,
you can
cool.
follow us on Spotify. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, friends.
Bye.